Good afternoon, LockDoc coming through to you. Okay, so today I was rummaging around in our boneyard and I found this. This is a Dorma M9953 left-hand mortise lock. From the front of it you can see it does have a deadbolt, a latch bolt, auxiliary dead latch, and a toggle. Alright, and upon closer inspection, if you put the knob in, you can turn this and it does nothing over here, so I know that's an issue. Another thing I tried also to test is the deadbolt function, and that's kind of like jammed up. It just doesn't want to do anything. So I know something's going on up here, and then something's not linking this to that. One thing interesting about Dormas, they have a design similar to Schlag's, and that is these two screws right here indicate the unlock side of the door. Pretty much all it's doing is, well, you'll see when I open it up, but it's pushing a metal piece to this side of the lock, forcing it so that this piece interacts with that kind of hub piece. But more on that here shortly, so let's get right on into it. Alright, so first things first, we want to take the 4 screws off. Another thing I should mention too is also when I found the lock, it had a screw wedged in right down here. Actually, this was it right here, preventing the toggle from doing its thing. So they must have wanted it always unlocked. Anyway, so the easiest way to get into these things is with the flathead screwdriver from the side, and then just kind of twisting. That's the easiest way to open the case without getting it to fly out on you. Alright, so opening it up on the inside, here we go. Alright, so looking at it, very interesting design, lots of stuff on the inside. So, first things first, this thing was jamming when we were turning it, so why isn't that working? So let's take this piece out. Let's see why that's not working. That's probably why. So there's a spring up here. Ooh. You can tell by all the brass shavings somebody had to drill a cylinder out for that. Alright, so we want to put this spring up here. So that sits like that. One thing to note about this piece, you can see one side's longer than the other, so that tells you this is probably the face down, face up, plus this piece being offset means it has to sit into that channel right there. So it's not wanting to go in there. Wipe this piece down. That may make it a little bit easier. There's something in there. Okay. Okay, so let's take this latch bolt out. Alright, so what's going on here? Here's that hub piece I was talking about down below, and the screws coming through, and it actually just kind of pushes it through the lock. And so, you got screws on either side, and that's how it changes from one side to the other. Alright, now why is this piece, so when that pushes in, okay, so let's get back to it. So where should we start first? Quite honestly, I would suggest starting here and working up. To start over, let's see here, this was the part that I think I removed last. That goes in there just like that. And then this piece sits on top of that. Got that right there. Then we had this hub portion right there. And this is kind of like the spindle. This is what splits the two hubs. So that means you have a split spindle that works that. And that piece sits in there like that. And, oh yeah, we got these. These are the lever return springs, so I would be willing to bet this is for a lever, given that you have two of these springs plus the spring back here. And alright, so there's that one in. Let's get this next one. Nope, that one worked out quite well. Okay. Alright, then we had this last spring right here. Yeah. Okay, so that went there. So we want to put tension on, so we put the leg over there. And then this piece goes, it sits behind that. Oop. Just like that. Now, here's the locking hub. Alright, then we got this piece here. Now what's interesting about this is you can see this piece is hooked right over here on the side. That hook fits down into, there's a little hole right down there. Right there. And that's where that piece hooks on too. The rise right there on that spring rises against that piece there. And then this piece goes into that channel right there. Shucks. This is going to be a fun balancing act. I slide that in there first. That goes there. Alright, now, let's see here. Alright, these style latch bolts are always interesting because this piece right here, it pivots. So you want to make sure you put this piece up against there when you're sliding it through. Kind of like so. And then this piece gets oop. That's what I was talking about. So originally that piece was kicked out over here. So now when you turn the hub, or turn your knob here, it should draw in the latch. Alright, now next is going to be this piece, and that sits onto there like so. And then this piece so this piece has to go somewhere here. That spring that I just sat there, it actually has a little notch in this post that has that sit there. Still trying to figure out where this one goes, but I'm sure that'll become more apparent as I work my way through this. Oh, I bet that actually gets linked over here. That's right, that does. Okay, so this piece comes off there. Let's see if I can... This goes back here like this as well, because I remember there was two springs right there. You had that one, and you had that one. Alright. Okay, now here's our deadbolt assembly. Now let's put the deadbolt in. That sits right there. And this piece sits right there. And we got a big old whopping spring here. The easiest way I've found is to do that right there, which is place the spring where it absolutely needs to go first and then attach the leg that applies the tension to that spring. It makes it easier when it's all put back together. Then we got the rocker arm that connects the cylinder to the latch bolt right there. And then this rocker arm, I'm not exactly 100%, but I know it engages the toggle switch. Alright, so that was a fun one. Oop, we got the cylinder retainer screws. Those go in right there. And hopefully everything works. I know when I first got this case was very difficult to put on. So I'm hoping it's a little bit easier. Because you got something down here to line up. You have the toggle switch right here to line up. You have this channel, something's right there. Thumb turn. There's a post right there. So there's a lot of different factors as to why if this thing's not going on, why it's not going on. Oh, there we go. Alright, so that's... Ooh, alright. Still some wobbliness, but that could be okay. So let's put the screws on and see how it does. Right. Alright, so cylinder locked. As you can see underneath, maybe you can, maybe you can't, not sure. Let's see if I can bring my light in here. but you can see this piece moving back and forth right here, and you can see that's actually what's locking the knob. Alright, so that's the rocker arm. Let's see if cool. So I'm assuming this is some sort of entry function with the deadbolt, because if you notice, when I turn the deadbolt and project it out, it actually comes out down here and locks the handle like that. So now the outside handle's locked, but of course it's unlocked on the inside. But I'm curious if on the inside, aha, draws the latch bolt in. So I'd say this one's good to go. Anyways, if you like this video, feel free to leave any comments or questions below. Thank you very much, and hope you have a great day.